Hey, what's up, people? Welcome back to TPS. Time is running out. Some of the most hyped up prospects in the NHL, NFL, NBA, and MLB were supposed to reach superstardom by now. But for many different reasons, these guys haven't been able to put it all together. And if they don't start making progress soon, these guys may not be playing in the pros much longer. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we present 10 young athletes who we're waiting on to finally break out. At TPS, we post videos every single day, so don't forget to click the subscribe button to subscribe. Then click the notification bell to be notified when we post a new video. Number 10, Eli Apple. Looking to upgrade a horrible secondary, the New York Giants took Ohio State cornerback Eli Apple with the 10th selection in 2016. But Apple was never able to pull it all together in the Giants' defense, and he was a liability in their secondary. It didn't take long for him to eventually fade out of favor with the team. Former teammate Landon Collins said Apple was a cancer and that the Giants should move on from him. Apple was also suspended for clashing with coaches. The Giants finally traded him to New Orleans at the 2018 deadline for 4th and 7th round picks. If Apple doesn't turn a corner in New Orleans, he could be out of the NFL before long. The man simply has got to get it going. A better mentality, more mature behavior, more focus. Those are the keys for this talented young man to get back in the game. Number 9, JUOLEVI. After getting unlucky in the 2016 NHL Draft Lottery, the Vancouver Canucks moved down to the 5th spot and missed out on all the top forwards. General Manager Jim Benning settled on skilled Finnish defenseman JUOLEVI with the 5th pick. With the number 6 selection, the Calgary Flames took Matthew Tkachuk, who's now among the top forwards in the game. As for JUOLEVI, it's been a slow and frustrating journey, to put it mildly. OLLI was enjoying a productive first year for the Utica Comets, the Canucks' AHL minor league affiliate, but he had to undergo knee surgery and missed most of the year, having been limited to 18 games. JUOLEVI's development has been slow. He's battled injuries and has yet to make the jump to the NHL. The Canucks are in a miserable state right now. They need to get him healthy and produce on the blue line soon. Otherwise, he'll join the long list of Canucks draft busts from the 21st century. Number 8, John Ross. The Bengals already have a pro football wideout in A.J. Green, but they couldn't pass up on the chance to find another big-time playmaker for Andy Dalton. So they drafted Washington wideout John Ross with the 9th selection in 2017. And so far, the results haven't been there. Ross was limited to 3 games in his rookie season due to knee and shoulder injuries. Head coach Marvin Lewis also didn't give Ross much playing time when he was healthy. Since, it's the Bengals. They never do things right. Ross stood up for 13 games in 2018, but caught just 21 passes for 210 yards, though he had 7 touchdown receptions. Still, the Bengals need more consistency from Ross going forward, especially with Green getting up there in age. He's still young, and there's still time for Ross to get on the same page with Dalton and company. But really, the Bengals expected better up to this point, and it doesn't help that they could have easily drafted another stud like Marshawn Lattimore or TJ Watt with that 9th pick. Number 7, Lonzo Ball. LeVar Ball promised a lot of things from his eldest son, but we can't forget him guaranteeing that Lonzo would take the Los Angeles Lakers to the playoffs just moments after he was drafted 2nd overall in 2017. Did LeVar place too many unfair expectations on his son? Well, yeah, but the Lakers also expected a little more from the UCLA product. Ball averaged 10.2 points and 7.2 assists per game in his rookie season. Not bad, but the Lakers expected Lonzo to take a major leap in his sophomore season, especially with LeBron James signing with the purple and gold in the summer of 2018. Instead, Ball regressed a decent amount in his second year, and the Lakers were a fairly miserable team in 2018-19. Time is on Ball's side to get better, but every Lakers fan will tell you they would have expected more. Again, maybe this is on LeVar for essentially hyping up his son as the next face of the NBA. Let's just worry about making him a legitimate starting point guard first, Mr. Ball. Number 6, Mickey Moniak. Well, the Philadelphia Phillies rebuild is pretty much over. Such is life when you sign a generational player in Bryce Harper, add Cy Young winner Jake Arrieta, and land an all-star catcher in JT Realmuto. With the Phillies now locked and loaded for a World Series run, some fans and pundits have seemingly forgot about Mickey Moniak, the first overall pick from the 2016 draft. Now, Mickey has performed pretty well in the minors since the Phillies drafted him. Playing for Clearwater of the Florida State League in 2018, Moniak batted .270, but his OPS was a mere .687. He's a major talent on defense, but the Phillies need to see more of that big bat before he can turn pro. It's possible that if Moniak doesn't make progress, the Phillies will look to package him in a blockbuster trade soon. Philly doesn't really need him at this point, and Moniak might get more playing time elsewhere. Either way, we're still waiting for this guy to start taking strides. Number 5, Andrew Wiggins. The Cavaliers drafted the Canadian product first overall in 2014, but he was later packaged in a blockbuster trade to the Timberwolves that brought Kevin Love over to the land. Wiggins was named 2015 Rookie of the Year after averaging 16.9 points and 4.6 rebounds per game. And though Wiggins' scoring numbers indicate that he's anything but a bust, the man is far from a polished product. There is still much work to be done in his game. Wiggins has been one of the league's absolute worst defenders since breaking into the league. He hasn't taken his game to an all-star level like teammate Karl Anthony Towns. Wiggins has reportedly been a bit of a locker room problem too. Wiggins' $148 million contract extension is looking quite bad right now. He can score, sure, but that's just about it. Like we said, his defense is atrocious, and his shooting is very, very hard to watch at times. This man was supposed to be a franchise star and a multi-time all-star by now. We're still waiting to see that form, if it's even ever to come. Number 4, Kevin White. After trading Pro Bowl wideout Brandon Marshall to the New York Jets, the Chicago Bears selected West Virginia product Kevin White with the number 7 pick in the 2015 draft. And boy, did it ever look like a huge win for the Bears at the time. The 6'3", 216-pound White brought a similar size and athleticism as Marshall, only he was 8 years younger. The Bears had hoped that he could be a central piece of the rebuild, but so far, no cigar. A nagging shin injury caused White to miss his entire rookie year. In his sophomore season, White played 4 games before a fractured fibula ended his year. And sadly, a shoulder injury sustained in Week 1 ended White's 2017 season as well. In 2018, White was limited to 9 games and he finished with 4 receptions for 92 yards. White has yet to record a touchdown pass up to this point in his career. Obviously, injuries have been the main factor here, but even when he's on the field, White hasn't produced enough. We don't want to call him a bust just yet, but if White can't stay healthy and produce throughout a whole season soon, it could be out of the NFL before we know it. He's running out of time to finally break out and show he belongs. Number 3, Jesse Puljujarvi. The Edmonton Oilers have become quite the NHL laughingstock. They loaded up on high draft picks over the past decade, but still have virtually nothing to show for it. A year after drafting generational superstar Connor McDavid, the Oilers thought they finally had the final piece of their rebuild. That man would be flashy Finnish winger Jesse Puljujarvi, whom Edmonton nabbed with the number 4 selection in the 2016 draft. Now, the Oilers had McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Puljujarvi up front. This was a super team in the making. But Jesse appeared in just 139 games over his first 3 seasons, tallying a mere 17 goals and 37 points. It was reported during the 2018-19 season that Jesse's agent requested that his client be traded. Well, the Oilers may not have a choice now. Jesse hasn't made much of an impact in any way since jumping to the NHL. Will he finally break out? Will he be a bust, or might he succeed elsewhere? The clock is ticking. Stay tuned. Number 2, Jameis Winston. There was a debate as to which quarterback should go first in the 2015 draft, Jameis Winston or Marcus Mariota. Both displayed phenomenal athleticism and resiliency in college. Tampa Bay Buccaneers ultimately settled on Winston, while the Tennessee Titans traded up and took Mariota second overall. Winston had an excellent rookie season, throwing for 4,042 yards and 22 touchdowns while rushing for 6 TDs. A year later, he had 28 touchdowns and led the Bucs to a 9-win season in 2016. The future was suddenly bright in Tampa, but Winston has regressed quite a bit ever since. He reportedly clashed with former head coach Dirk Koetter in 2017. Winston had a mere 3,504 yards and 19 touchdowns against 11 interceptions while losing 7 fumbles. Winston was suspended for the first 3 games of 2018 for allegedly groping an Uber driver. He and Ryan Fitzpatrick took turns getting benched throughout the season. In short, it was a downright terrible and disappointing 4th year for Winston. Tampa hired Bruce Arians to become their new head coach. This offensive guru will be tasked with fixing Winston's career. And if he can't do it, then nobody can. Winston is facing a make-or-break year in 2019. Simple as that. And number 1, Markelle Fultz. Tempted as we were to put Winston at number 1, the guy at least endured productive rookie and sophomore seasons. The same cannot be said about Markelle Fultz, whom the Philadelphia 76ers selected first overall in 2017. The top selection actually belonged to the Celtics, but the 76ers swung a trade to move up from 3rd so they could get Fultz. The deal worked out fine for the C's, who nabbed Jason Tatum, one of the top rising stars in the game. Fultz joined a 76ers team consisting of other young studs in Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. But Fultz missed the bulk of his rookie season because of a shoulder injury. In 14 games, he averaged a mere 7.1 points per game with a porous 40.5 field goal percentage. And early in 2018-19, 76ers traded for All-Star Jimmy Butler. a sign that the 76ers had given up on Fultz. At the trade deadline, he was sent to the Orlando Magic for Jonathan Simmons and a pair of draft picks. Fultz's former trainer said he was suffering from the yips, and it was later reported that he dealt with TOS, which affects the nerves between the neck and the shoulders. 2 injury-filled and lackluster seasons to start his career. Fultz wasn't a key part of the process in Philadelphia after all. If he can't find his game in Orlando, well, Fultz might be out of the NBA before long. Time to put up or shut up, Mr. Fultz. Which other athletes are you still waiting to see break out? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. And subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Almost got through it. We'll see you guys next time.